coverage you can count on continues with Drew Blair.
Well, debt is becoming a word Americans love to hate. A recent survey suggests that people in their 20s are less optimistic about their future when it comes to savings and not having enough money when they retire. Joining me now is Nick Schumann from Hefty Wealth Partners to talk a little bit about what people can do to save now. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Savings can be pretty overwhelming for people in this age group we're talking about. I mean, they've just graduated college. They might have mountains of student loans. So really, what advice do you have for them to start that process of getting rid of that debt?
Well, and really, it's a great question, and it is a very simple answer. The process of starting to eliminate debt is not having any new debt. So if you start tagging new debts onto the back while you're paying debts off the front, obviously you're not doing anything except just spinning your tires in the mud, and that doesn't get you anywhere. It is not uncommon to see a graduate come out of college now with 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 times their first year income in debt. So staying focused is also very important on whittling that away. So no new debts and staying focused.
And it can be so easy. You get that first job out of college, get those first paychecks rolling in, you're excited, you might have a new apartment. You really, should you have some self-discipline there, and what should people do with that first job and those paychecks?
Yeah, to start saving with that first job, some of the things that you should do, the only way to save is if you don't spend. So doing the things that you just said, Drew, that's exactly what I was going to say. Discipline is a key thing. So wrapping up the first 2 questions here, focus and discipline. When I work with a lot of clients at Hefty Wealth Partners, one of the common characteristics, or a couple of the common characteristics, are discipline and focus. They have that. So also what I would say is, you get out of college, don't go out and reward yourself with that brand new car, that big screen TV, and even wait, like you said, rent, and wait till you get into that first house. Those are the couple things that you need to be doing. And
in your 20s, retirement seems like a forever away.
It does.
Is that something that they really should be thinking about right now, though?
It really depends. It depends on how you define retirement. Everyone defines it differently. For you, Drew, it's going to be different than for me, for anyone else. So at Hefty Wealth Partners, what is something that I enjoy doing with my clients is discovering why it's important to you. So getting back to college students now, or just graduates, if they want a retirement at age 50 and it's a Hollywood lifestyle, a couple cars, a couple houses, yes, you need to start saving for that. And it's really, first off, defining what's important to you and asking yourself, looking internally, reflecting on that. That is the biggest thing that you can do right now. If you have one of those types of desires for retirement, you better start saving for it immediately.
And you can't avoid the student loans that we already talked about earlier.
Right.
It seems like the price of college, everyone's coming out of that. So do you have advice for paying off that faster and getting rid of it quicker?
Besides 2 jobs?
Yeah.
There's not a lot that you can do. There is no magic bullet for it, really. It is the things that I already said. Don't tack on anything new, and really just stay disciplined and staying focused. Those are the biggest things that you can do when you come out of college. I really think the reward system that everyone gets comfortable with is away from the things that have put us in the place that we are today, and that is being disciplined. So there's not a whole lot now because interest rates are so low. Shopping that is, you're splitting hairs.
Yeah, well, it's worth repeating to stay focused. And we appreciate your advice, Nick.
Absolutely.
Always so much sharing your knowledge. We
Thank
really
you very much
appreciate
for having
it.
me.
Absolutely.